First, let's look at homework. Now let's look at the homework. If you have any question from your homework, can you please send to me now? If you don't have any question from the homework, okay. Take your mouse, 6, page 101. Let me take this one out, one moment. Year 6, page 101. Question 11, 12 is for part A, part B, or part C? Which part, question 11, 12? Okay, part C, question 11, 12. Okay, let me put these questions on the board. Look at question 11 first. So let me give you an example to say how to do question 11 first, and then can do question 12. So if you look at this question, say, but this question, the question was asked you about this. You can say the first one, this is question 11, they have 3 given parts here. So we have, let's say, this is A, this is B, this is C. So look at part A. So we cannot work this out directly. The reason why we cannot work it directly is because we don't know the length. We don't know the base. Yeah, because we don't know the length of the base, that's why we cannot work this out directly. So what else can we work out? We said we can work this out first. So for example, can we find out the total area first? If we find out the total area, is we can work in this way. We can work in this way, say, because if we find the total area, so we can say the total area we got is like this. This is 5 plus 4. The side length, it becomes 9. Side length is 9, so you can find the area. It becomes 9 times by 9. It becomes 81. And the second part, we can find out part A, B, C area. So we can say area for A. Area for A, we can find out, we can use half times base times height. We can use half times by 5 times by 9 to become 45 over 2. The second part, area for B. The area for B, we just need to use half times base times height as well. Half times by 4 times by 6. Answer become 12. This answer we know become 12. So what else can we work out in this case? So what else can we do? So we can find our C now. So the area for C. The area for C, we can find out is like half times by 3 times by 9. This is 27 over 2. 27 over 2. So now we can use it from the shaded area. The shaded area we can use for the total area, take away A, B, C area together. So what the total area is, which is 81. We take away A, B, C, add them up. Become 45 over 12 over 2 plus 12 plus 27 over 2. So we have this all together here. So you find out, you work this out, you can find out the final answer. So the final answer for this question, we can get, let's write down, becomes 33 centimeters squared. Okay, so now can you do question 12? Tell me what the answer was it. Okay, let's look at the second question too. So look at the second question. If you haven't figured this out yet, so look at those questions. Let's say, how do you actually work this out? The question 12 is similar to question 11 because we still can find the total area. The total area, you can find out the total area is found as like 15 by 15. It becomes 225. This is 225. Okay, 225. And then we find out separately. Okay, I reached the one answer. Yep. Orange, your answer is right. Good. And this question should be question 13. Okay. If you get a question 12 right, you can do question 13. If you haven't finished question 12 yet, let's continue to the question 12. As we said, we split into three portions here. Part A, part B, part C. Look at part by part. So area for A, we need to find out the area, which is half times base times height, half times by 15 times by 10. Answer is 75 centimeters squared. Or look at area for B. Area for B is like half times by 5 times 7, 35/2. And now look at area for C. C, we can use like half times by 8 times by 15. It becomes 60. So in this case, we can find the total areas. The total, because A plus B plus C is 75 plus 60 plus 75/2. And then you can work this out. This is 135 plus 17.5. So you can get this to become 152.5 centimeters squared. So bear this in mind. We can work this out now. We can find out the shaded part. Is we can use the total, which is 15 times, use 225. 225. We take away the one we worked out just now, 152.5. The answer is 72.5 centimeters squared. That's how you work out. So now, can you please do question 13? Okay, original check your final answer. However, your final answer for question 13 was not right. Right, look at this question together. Let's see how you work this out. Now we put it on a separate page, so we have enough space. Look at this question here. This question, we just repeat what we did just now. We split into 3 different parts here. So for the first, we can say this is part A, this is part B, this is part C. This is part A, part B, part C here. Then we can work it out. For part A, so what area can we work out this? So the total area we can find out is 40 times by 6 plus 6, 12. 40 times 12, which becomes 480. This is what we have done for the first one. It's 480. So the second one, let's say this is the total first. A we do separately. Part A area. In this small triangle, which this is part A. Part A, you can say this is half times base times height. Half times 12 times by 30. So let's look at this question here. This is half of 12, which is 6. 6 times 30 is 180. And the second one, we can look at for B. B part, we can use half times the base times height times by 10 times by 6. So you can get half times 10, which is 5. 5 times 6, which is 30. See? Then look at C. Look at C here. We just repeated what we did just now. For C, we can say it's half times by 40 times by 6. So you need to work it out. What is half times by 40 is? Half times 40, which is 20. So it's 20 times 6. It's 120. And then you can take each other from 480. Yeah, yes, we can have 480. That's fine. So now we can use the shaded part. The total, which is 480. We take away A and B and 3 together. 480 plus 30 plus 120. So it becomes 480. This article together becomes 300. Take a 330. Answer is 150 centimeters squared. 150 centimeters squared. This is how you work out for this one. So this is the one we have done, which is we found out areas for the irregular shape. From the irregular shape. Okay. Now let's carry on. And in this case, we can move on here. Last lesson, we have finished up to this topic. Let's put this up. We finished the perimeter area. This is what we have done last time. So this lesson, we're going to continue. We look at the volume problems. Now look at the volume problems. First, we look at the volumes. The first, we need to know what's the volume formula. So if we want to find the volume formula, think about what we're going to do for that. If you look at the cuboid, volume is an important topic, and this is also a difficult topic as well, because in the volume part, you could combine it with units conversion problems to make it more difficult. So look at standard question first. At this stage, at your level, you just need to know the formula for cuboid. For cuboid, if this is the length, this is the base, this is the height. So the volume is equal to length times by base times by height. Okay, so bear this in mind. Now you think about two questions. The first question, let's start from easy one first. For example, the question is ask you, okay, because the length is 50 centimeters, base is 60, let's say 40 centimeters, height, which is 30 centimeters. Okay, the questions I ask you, can you please find out the volume, please? This is for the first one. For the second question, this is question 1 here. For the second question, questions I ask you. In this case, question change a little bit. The questions I ask you say, question told you the volume is 450 centimeter cubed. The question asked is the length is 10 centimeters. The base is 7.5 centimeters. Questions I ask you, can you find out the height, please? Try this one. Okay, so now you got your answers for question A and for question B. Let's have a look. How to do question A first? If you look at question A, so basically what do you have to do? You have to do this one step by step. So you look at the base here. The base we have is like use 50 times by 40 times by 30. So this one we have is 200 times by 30. It becomes 6,000. So you can see this answer is 6,000 centimeter cubed. So bear this in mind here. And the second part of this question, the question was asked you, same, can we work this out as the height? So basically, we know the length, we know the base. So we just use the volume, 450, divided by the length times by the base. So you can get the answer. So you got the answer. So the answer will become 450 divided by 75. Answer is 6. This is how you got the answer from. This is answer 6. Okay. Bear this in mind. I'll look at some other questions. So this is the one we did just now. Is only for the basic question we have done. Now, let's look at a little more complicated questions. So for example, questions ask you for this one. Send me the answers. Think about how we do for this question, please. Think about this one. Okay, thumbs up. As on the board. So look at the answers here. I got a couple of answers. Some answer says it is 100. Some answers is more. So look at these questions here. For this question, basically we just compare the units here. We had to compare the units. So for the first one, 1 centimeter cubed. 1 centimeter cubed, you can see the volume for the small one, the VS to represent it, is 1 centimeter times by 1 centimeter times by 1 centimeter. The answer will become 1 centimeter cubed. Just for this one. For the large one, this is 1 meter. It's 100 centimeters times by 100 centimeters times by 100 centimeters. Answer is become 1 million. 1 million centimeter cubed. So in that case, we can just divide it. The answer is 1 million. Okay, answer is 1 million. This is how you work out for the first question here. Okay, this is the basic question we have finished now. The next question you're going to practice on is a kind of more complicated one. Can you please try this question, please? Let me put on the board. Try this one and send me the answers. Once you have done, please try this one. If I told you your answer B is right, you can move on to question C. If I told you, if I sent a message saying question B is wrong, so look at the answers, look at the messages board here. So look at this. Question A, everybody got answer right. So it's 37500 centimeter cubed. Yes. For question B, how many boxes fit into this one container? So in this case, you have to use the large container volume divided by a smaller one. So 1.5 meters. So the volume is 1.5 is equal to how much in centimeters? This is meters here. It becomes 150 centimeters. So this one will be 150 centimeters times by 150 centimeters times by 150 centimeters. So you bear this in mind. This 150 times by 150 times by 150. So divided by the original smaller one, 37500. The answer is 90. So now you come to question C. Okay, thumbs up. As on the board. So let's look at this. How are we supposed to do those questions here? Because on the third part is very similar to the first two ones here. Because for the second one, what you can do for this part here, what you can do, you can actually work it out. Can we find the total volume first? So find out the total volume. The question tells you is 3 by 2 by 2. So in that case, what do we have to do? What do we have to do here? Can we find out the total volume? The total volume we can find out is like, with the converter centimeters. So this is 3 meters, we can say 300 centimeters. 2 meters, 200 centimeters. 2 meters, 200 centimeters as well. So this is what we have done here. So 300 by 200 and 200. Okay. So bear this in mind. Bear this in mind. Then we think about what we're going to do next. And then this number you find out, how much is fitting into a cuboid? Whatever answer you got here, you divide it by the original value. Because for one box, it's a 37500. Divided by 37500. So the final answer you got it for this question here. The answer you got is like, which answer you can get for this one? So the final answer you could get is actually is a 320. It's 320. This is how you work out for this question here. This is how you work it out. Okay, so today we have finished the volume part we have done. So your homework today, the first, can you please do the question book? Question book, can you please do the volume? So let me find out. It's page 38. The second part. The second part to look at is for this one. Is target mass, which is on year 6 book. Can you please do part B, page 103, which is question 1 to question 11. Part C, question 1 to question 7. This for this book here. Also, you can do year 5 book as well. So you can do year 5 book. Year 5 book you need to work on page 99. Page 99. Please, can you do question 9 and question 10? Just the 2 questions on this book. Okay, so today we finished the volume part. Okay, another thing I want to mention to you is like we finished this whole chapter now. So good news is you have some other homework to do, which is on study book. Please do page 78. This is the end of chapter test. You can test how much you still remember. Okay, so we finished today finally. So see you next time. Have a nice evening. See you. Bye.